coffee. So, is that why you got that bandage around your head? This? So, what's the story with the bandage? They put it on after the operation. Operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. A fatal injury? Maya just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So, that injury you were talking about before you said you had died once. So many ducats, yeah. She really creeps me out, Nick. Same here, but we gotta find out the truth. Yeah, it's a lot of locks. So let's see what... I doubt we can do anything here, but let's see what we have to work with. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation? You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? Well, donuts? Okay, we have nothing there yet. Achievement unlocked. Violetta's homemade donuts. Right, so we don't have anything on her right now. But now we can go back to the blue screen ink. There he is! Whole city is back feeding the pigeons again. There! Take this and this! Get out of my park! Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya, just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can. What? Why? Hello, old man! What are you doing, Maya? Huh? Ha! Hey, he just turned his back on us. I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in the court this morning. Hey, Mr. Kudo! Ha! Pigeon! Look, we really need to talk to you, alright? Out with the demons! In with good fortune! Ow! Seed! Shell splinters! Painful! I always knew you were a demon, Maya. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today. Everyone was talking about me behind my back now. A dirty old man, so busy looking at that serving girl's backside. He can't even remember her face. A filthy, deprived animal. Not at all. Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you have to say. I saw that waitress put it in. She put some white powder into that young lad's javashino. We hear you. And another thing, the young layabouts was wearing an earpiece on the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles. We're really sorry. So I made a little mistake about the vase, so what? I know what I saw. I tell you. Okay, take it easy please, Mr. Kudo. Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiky-haired brat. Take this. You said you were a craftsman, right? The modern world casts honest craftsmen like me out aside in droves. Surely it's not that. I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the shoguns. Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer, I was born one. Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself. I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose and scream right down his air hole. Objection! Oh, So, you wanted to become a lawyer when you were young? Blah, 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 blah. I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all. I've got a tsunami of frustration inside and is ready to burst out. If we let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. So what should I do? Let's just suck it up. I guess I better let him talk. So, there's not much call for craftsmen these days, is it? Of course not, you idiot! All I'm good for nowadays is running errands. Errands? Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some breadcrumbs, take the dog for a broad walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I? Some kind of 2-bit community handyman? Well... Buy me some bread. Now that I understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost! That's what I'm trying to say. Oh yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home, at that restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I? I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute. What did you just say? At home and at a restaurant? Hold up. By restaurant, are you talking about Très Bien? Did you get asked to run an errand there too? Yes, I did. That very day, that young brat was poisoned. What? So, on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do? Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The serving girl collapsed, and I broke that vase. It all happened so fast, I was in a bit of a daze, you see. Then the owner shouted all out to me over. Excuse-moi, you! Call la police! Call them yourself, I should have said back, but I didn't think of it at the time. So, did you end up calling the police? Like I said, I was a bit of a daze. Did you call them on your cell phone? Gah! Do I look like I had one of those new fandangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course. You went looking for one? I couldn't find one right away, you know. I wandered around for 5 minutes or so. 5 minutes? So, for 5 minutes after the incident happened? Yes, sirree. The owner was at the Très Bien on his own. Why didn't you mention this in the court this morning? Well, I would have if you'd given me the chance. But you bullied me out of the courtroom. Ow. God, it hurts to voice act this guy. Characters kind of just take a life of their own, you know. I'm just like getting so into it, and like they just take a life of their own. And I'm the one paying for it. It's not my fault. You're the one to blame. You could have at least told us before we got to court. Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police? What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious. Sorry, I think I just tapped into the table. Which leaves that that man alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose. That is fine, Mina. What do you mean? Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant. Aha. Oh, sure, you just go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead, huh? We need to get more details about exactly what happened. From Maggie and from Mr. Armstrong. So let's go to Très Bien. Go to Blue Screen Ink. I think we can get from everything from her right now. So we're gonna blast through this. So let me guess, Pika Raspberry are streaming right now, Mina. Let's see, we have these ones first. We have already got this. Let's just blast through it all. Fury Tiger. The boss of the loan office called the Tenderlender. Tenderlender? People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices. Like you want to talk. Well, what do you think? Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money. No. I mean about Mr. Elg. You think Glenn had something to do with this Fury Tiger? Yes. I'm sorry, but I don't know any connection between the two of them. Really? Because I got proof that Mr. Elg and Fury Tiger knew each other. Well, okay. Let's see. There we go. There it is. Fury Tiger, aka the Tiger, is the boss of the loan office called the Tenderlender. This is whom Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would want to do with him would be his death. No! It is true that Glenn racked up a little bit of a debt for his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000? Ouch! But I heard he won the lottery, so that should have been clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get that bit of good luck. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery, but what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, this is neat to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. His talents? I suspect he was talking about programming. What computer program is worth $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I could get back to my work? I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it any by chance this? So I'm going ahead with a little bit here, so I guess I already know this. So we need some more things going for that. It is that one, but I need to get more information from Gumshoe first. Which is a little bit annoying because now I'm running out of everything, so let's go to the detention center first to talk to Maggie. Oh, Mr. Wright! Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you? Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm going to stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty tough and touch and go in there. Yeah, it's about hacking pics. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimony don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident anyway. Is it possible that she's the one misremembering things? Maggie, you know you said that everyone else provided testimony that didn't match with what you remember? Yep. There's just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is that other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. But didn't Mr. Kuro testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put the white powder into his cup? So, you really think that this disappearing man did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it. Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right? It was MC Bomber, Maya. That name was scrolled on the sports paper as well. I never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir. Or the victim's medication has gone missing too. Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me. You said you passed out when the victim, Glen Elg, collapsed, right? Yes. But it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir. So, between the time when the victim collapsed and the police arrived at the scene, You had no idea what went on at Tribulations? No, no idea at all. Why? Is that important, Mr. Wright? The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to call the police. Exactly. And you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was all alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time. No! You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong wasn't involved in this at all. It's like that monster biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier. I don't know. The things that man says doesn't add up for some reason, sir. Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out. Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old CD. I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceeding addict for years now. It feels like forever since I was so witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really all that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you said you felt much better. Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you gotta tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudos or his testimony. Roger, I'll spit it out and see what you make of it. If there's anything about Mr. Kudos' is there anything about Mr. Kudos' testimony that stood out as odd to you? Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true that there was another customer at the restaurant. Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo. But I can't really say it was the old man. Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman. A woman? Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So, what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy. And she had a kind of cackling laugh. Creepy? Cackling? Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? I know I used to be on the police force, sir, but I'm incarcerated now, so I can't use my connections to help you. Okay, but we have this one. Okay, but... Okay. Okay, so we don't have anything, so, I mean, this is the creepy one, but she doesn't know anything about her. And the tiger, do we know anything about the tiger? Holy smokes, that's him! Huh? That's your phony, Mr. Wright. Just look at that ridiculous suntan. For the record, I'm not sunburned all over like an over-dried tomato, so I don't know how. He told me he'd been on a business trip to Hawaii, and that's where he got the tan. I'm not hearing this. Okay, so we don't have anything else from her right now. Yeah. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, I got something you're going to love. Really? What is it? A lunchbox, just for you. Here. Wow, a lunchbox? Weenies too? I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe? He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this too. I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them. Somehow, when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies. Oh, really? Poor Gumshoe. It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy with Mr. Wright. But she's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. A shipping song, yes. But I guess so. Well, how was it? That hit the spot. I love weenies. Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. Poor. But do we have anything? Nope. Guess we don't have anything else because I don't have any evidence right now that I can go with. Is that your attorney's badge? Actually, it's a fake. Holy smokes, that's it! Huh? That's the badge your phony had, Mr. Wright. You got duped by this? But it's a completely different color. And what about the fact that it's made of paper? He said he got the badge got a tan as well. He was in Hawaii on business. I'm beginning to see how my phony was able to gain her trust. One-way boat trip. Okay, so now let's see if we can get something out of Gumshoe. The main server just went up in smoke. What the heck is the press conference not set up yet? The superintendent is here already. Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. That's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No! Just when some young guy was about to confess to his son's hot trot girlfriend. Wow, this place is really buzzing. Something must be going down. Something really big. Huh? What are you doing here, pal? Detective Gumshoe! You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay. Huh? We've got a big problem in here today. Why? What's going on? It's a virus! A virus! A virus? There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system. But I really need to ask you some questions. Okay, I'm going to sell this once. Listen up. Yes? No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear? Okay. If you've got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there. You should watch the... yeah. We're not thinking about borrowing money, detective. We just want information. Oh, is that all? Oh, well, let's see. Tender lender is considered to be even fishier than an average illegal loan shark. And it seems like it's run into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed, calling in all their debts. Really? Don't go poking your nose around their business, pal. You'll really regret if you upset that lady. Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, that's a thing. What did you just say? That lady? Who is this lady who's talking about, Nick? We better find out what is the story with this lady. So let's ask about her first. Violetta. That's the girl who works over at Tender Lender. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she? Should be the least of your worries, pal. What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She is the only granddaughter of Bruto Cavaderini. Bruto Cavarini? Do you know who that is, Nick? Never heard of him. Bruto Cavarini is the boss of the Cavarini family. The Cadaverinis? That's one scary sounding name. We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on? Aren't you? No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. I better get some more info out of Gumshoe about his family. I'm not sure I want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis? Who are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who. You're a cop, and you're scared? What's that about? Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop, these guys are scary. They got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them, and they got too much moolah. Moolah? As in pretty much control of all the cash in this black market. The black market, huh? And that includes a tender lender, I take it. Sure, no one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini, and I mean no one. Interesting. So, Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss then? Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. Nah, that's a different mafia. She means everything to him. So, how did she end up at the tender lender? Dunno, pal. But I heard she and the boss of the tender lender are pretty tight. Tight? Whoa. That's what it said in a file I read related to Maggie's case. Sounds like a pretty important clue. So, what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe? Dunno. What? This is supposed to be 2018 or something, like, and he doesn't know what a computer virus is? Come on. Look, I just go with the flow, right, pal? And here I thought the detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable. Yeah, 2019. It's like, I don't know what a virus is. What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is? Well, Nix, do you? A computer virus? Sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course. Really? Wow. You know everything, Professor Nick. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on. Hey, that sounds pretty cool, don't you agree, Dr. Wright? Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but at least I can explain the basics to the two of you. A virus is a program that gets inside of a computer and causes damage. Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode? Flip phones, yeah. No, the damage is, well, that's all internal. So the insides goes boom, right? Imagine all the case data you got stored on your PCs here in the station. A virus can wipe all that out. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about. Whoa, that's scary. Yeah, and what's even more scary is that viruses are infectious. Infectious? Most computers are connected together in a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus keeps on spreading faster and faster. Huh, like a real virus, huh? But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that? Yeah, it takes ages to tape in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal? Ugh. No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's. What? That's horrible. Oh, I get it. It's like when you sneeze on Mr. Golot and so he catches a cold. Right! Then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong. Who? What? Where? When and why did the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage. And all the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard the name of a virus we've caught somewhere before. Deny with the virus? There was a virus, huh? I think I've heard it somewhere before too. So now we're gonna get this one to become a... Oh! Detective Gumshoe, about this. What? I'm trying to concentrate on Mag and the virus right now, so I... Ah! This is it! This stupid name, I remember now! thought so. Here it comes.